Gen Alpha, those born after 2010, are getting a lot of flack lately. But why? I've seen countless videos of people worrying about them, claiming they doomed. Really? What's the deal with all this negativity? Let's take a step back for a second. Have you considered that these kids might discover what you're saying about them when they become adults? How do you think they'll view your generation then? This isn't anything new. Throughout history, older generations have always complained about the younger ones. It's a cycle as old as civilization itself. In ancient Greece, Socrates reportedly said, "The children now love luxury. They have bad manners, contempt for authority, they show disrespect for elders, and love chatter in place of exercise." Sound familiar? Jump to the 1950s, and adults were freaking out about rock and roll, corrupting the youth. In the 80s and 90s, it was video games and MTV. Now it's smartphones and social media. The technology changes, but the concerns remain eerily similar. Here's a fun fact. In the 1800s, people were worried that reading novels would rot young people's brains. Imagine that. Books were once considered as dangerous as we now think social media is. People are worried that Gen Alpha will be less empathetic. And sure, there are some parenting challenges and our education system could use some serious improvements. But that doesn't mean an entire generation is doomed. Every generation faces unique challenges, and Gen Alpha is no exception. They're growing up in a world of rapid technological change, climate concerns, and global uncertainties. But they're also growing up with incredible access to information and opportunities for connection that previous generations could only dream of. Instead of writing them off, why don't we focus on supporting them? Let's work on improving education, fostering empathy, and creating a better world for them to inherit. After all, they're going to be the ones solving the problems we leave behind. So next time you're tempted to join in on the Gen Alpha hate train, remember, they're just kids trying to navigate a complex world. And who knows, they might just surprise us all with their resilience, creativity, and ability to adapt. Let's give Gen Alpha a chance before we decide they're the end of civilization as we know it. History shows us that every generation turns out just fine, and there's no reason to think this one will be any different. In fact, maybe it's time we started learning from them instead of just criticizing. What fresh perspectives could they bring to our world's problems? How might their unique experiences shape innovative solutions? Remember, today's lazy, screen-addicted kids are tomorrow's leaders, innovators, and problem solvers. Let's support them, guide them, and most importantly, believe in them. The future might just be brighter than we think.